Our objective for today, I can write and graph a standard form equation of a circle. I can write and graph a standard form equation of a circle. Tell your neighbor the concept for today, the concept. Very good. Circle. Yes. Yeah. No, earlier the internet wasn't working, so I just decided to go without. Last night's home play, I'm going to pick it up tomorrow just to save some time and finish recording the video. Tonight's home play is on page 165 and 66 only, pages 165 and 166. Pages 165 and 166 only. And reminder, there is tutoring after school. It's free. Okay? All right. Circle. Write this down. Definition. What is a circle? The set of all points in a plane that are equidistant from a given point. And that given point is called the center of the circle. The set of all points in a plane that are equidistant from a given point called the center of the circle. The set of all points in the plane that are equidistant from a given point, that given point is called the center of the circle. Tell your neighbor what equidistant means. Equidistant. Same distance. Yes, all the points have to be the same distance away from the center of the circle. That's what makes a circle. I know in the past we've seen the circle. We've been introduced to the circle. You saw it with Ms. Valenzuela, Ms. Amaniego, with other teachers. Hopefully today we'll just, cement that idea again. According to the definition, it says the set of all points. So I'm going to sketch a circle using a bunch of points. Look up. I'm going to start up here, and I'm going to invisibly, well, you're not going to see it, but I'm going to start sketching infinite amount of points. And there's my circle. There's a bunch of points. Also, when you sketch a circle all the way around the circle, that's also called a circumference. Circumference. So according to the definition, a circle is formed when all these points are equidistant from what? From a point called the center. There's a center. That's what makes the circle. Now the distance from the center to all those points has a name. That's called the radius. The radius. And we're going to be using that today plenty. Also, last but not least, we're not going to use this as much, but the line that cuts the circle in half is known as the diameter. Do that in black. Make sure you have your colored pens ready. Today we have a lot to cover. I am going to go each through the step with color so that you have that as notes. Yes, today's going to be like, not graph a lot, but we're going to do a lot of work. Okay? And once again, we start slow, but it then starts snowballing. Okay? So stay focused. And for those of you that keep using your electronic devices, this is the last warning. From this point forward, if I see you using your device, I'm going to take it away. I'm just giving you one last head warning. Okay? Okay? Here we go. Any questions what a circle is? Bam. So with that said, I want you to sketch a non-example. Alright, and one hashtag that will encompass what the circle is. Keep it to yourself. Just write it down. Good night. So yeah, here for a non-example, it could be anything. It could be a triangle. It could be a rectangle. Wow. All right. It could be anything as long as it's not a circle. Ready? Hashtag. You got a good one for us? Yes. Round. Hashtag round. Got another one. Hashtag what? Hashtag nothing. What? Hashtag, I don't know about that. How about equidistant points? How about hashtag life? Alright, so we get that, yes? Copy this underneath your prayer model, please. Standard form equation of a circle. Parentheses, no. This is standard form equation of a circle. It looks like this. Parentheses, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Now, the reason that yesterday I left you plenty of practice with the formula for distance is because it relates to what we're going to do today. And if you notice, this standard form equation of a circle, what did we start with yesterday before the distance formula? The Pythagorean theorem, is that correct? Do you guys see it there? Yeah. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Yesterday we changed the c for a d for distance, but today, since we're involving the circle, what is that distance called? Radius. That's why it's now r. The other thing I want you to label, do this. Bless you. Don't these look familiar, H and K? In the past we've used those that were known as the vertex. That is correct. But today they're no longer the vertex. They're known as the center. Center. And of course the R stands for radius. Javier, you all right? You good? Okay. Which leaves us with X and Y. What does that mean, Mr. Q? That once we get into doing the work, you're going to be given maybe a different point that's not the center. Well, guess what? Now you have where to put X and Y at that point. Does that make sense? Yeah? Does this look something similar, familiar to what we did yesterday? Yes, except without the X2, X1, and so on and so forth. All right. Copy example 1. Write the equation of the circle with center -3, 2, and radius 4. Just copy it, and I'm going to go over the process with color and everything, so make sure you have your pens ready. Okay? Instructions 2, only the first time. Copy that, please. Writing utensils down, look up to the screen. Ready? Writing utensils down. Look up to the screen. Here we go. You'll copy at the end. I'll give you time. Step 1. All right. Step 2. Most important step not to remember. And you're just paying attention, George. X minus Y minus. Why is this so important? Because of the minus here and the minus there. Some of you are going to start forgetting to do that, and guess what? You're going to start making mistakes from the beginning. Step 3, label. Step 4, substitute. Step 5, simplify. And we're done. Copy that, please. Let's go. Copy that. All right, show me what Rand's talking 3 are so far with these. Yeah, we got 5. Let's do 5 and 4. Let's do another one. Copy this. Example 1Q. You don't have to copy the instructions anymore. Just copy the center 1, negative 4, radius 2. See if you can do that one without looking at your notes. Try as much as you can without looking at the process, see if you remember, and then peek to your notes once you get stuck. Copy that and go. I'll give you a head start. All right, here goes the process. See if you got the same thing. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Step 2, x minus space squared plus y minus space squared equals parentheses squared. Step 3, label h, k, r. Step 4, substitute. 1, negative 4, 2. Step 5, simplify. X minus 1 squared plus y plus 4 squared equals 4. Hands if you got that. Show me what's going to come through your with these. 5. Okay, we got this. Okay, look at this next one. Do not copy this one. Ready? Don't say a word. Keep it to yourself. Look at this one. Don't copy. Start filling in the equation in your noodle. Don't say it out loud. You should have the equation. So you never the equation, please. Okay, let's see. Jake, go. Equals what? Hands, have you got that? Close. What's he missing? The plus and squaring it, so therefore x minus 8 squared plus y minus 9 squared equals 100. Hands, have you got that? Okay, we got this, yes? Crank it up. Copy example 2. Copy the instructions. Write the equation of the circle with center negative 4, negative 3, and containing the point 2, 5. Copy that only, and then I'll go over it in a little bit. Copy that, go. Write your utensils down, look up to the screen. There you go. Step 1. You're like, oh, it's the same thing as the previous one. Yes. But you're like, wait a minute, Mr. Q, we don't have an R this time. No, but what do we have? H and K, and now we have X and Y. So check this out. Step 2. Pay attention to step 2. Here it goes. So, why was this so important? Because we need to not forget that there's a subtraction for each of those before we do the substitution. Let me label. We got H, K, X, Y. Let me substitute. H is negative 4, K is negative 3, X is 2, and Y is 5. Simplify. 2 plus 4 squared plus 5 plus 3 squared equals R squared. You'll finish copying right now. Oh my goodness. Simplify. 6 squared plus 8 squared equals R squared. 36 plus 64 equals R squared. 100 equals R squared. Therefore, square root 10 equals r. However, I'm not done. I need to do what? Write an equation. What do I need? The radius and the center. Do I have that? Yes, so I take this, bless you, and I substitute. -4, -3, and 10. Let me finish this. There you go. Simplify. X plus 4 squared plus y plus 3 squared equals 100. Copy that, please. All right, just to recap, let's see. We were given a center, but we were given a point this time, which means after writing our formula, I needed to label and substitute in here only, not the r, because we weren't given the r, which meant we needed to solve for r. Simplify all the way, find a square root, and that gave us r. Once we have r and we have a center, now we can take the original formula, substitute a value, simplify, and that gives us our standard form equation for the circle. Tell me with your fingers how simple you are with these. 5. Okay. Let's do another one. Okay. Example 2Q. Yeah, this one's example 2. Y'all ready? Well, what'd you say? Well, what'd you say? What'd you say? Okay. All right, here we go. Example 2Q. Copy that one. You don't need to copy the instructions anymore. You have them. Center, -2, 5. And the containing the point, -2, -1. Center, -2, 5. Containing the point, -2, -1. Once again, try and do the whole process without looking at your notes. When you get stuck, go look at the notes. Copy that and go. All right, here goes the process. Step 1, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Step 2, parentheses with the minus in between plus parentheses squared with the minus in between equals r squared. Label my values, h, k, x, y. Substitute. -2, 5, -2, -1. All right. Simplify. What is negative times a negative right here? Positive. What's +2 and -2? 0, so that cancels. We're left with -1 and -5. That's -6 squared equals r squared. -6 squared is 36 equals r squared. To solve for r, we take the square root. 6 equals r. Now that we have our radius and we have a center, we take the original x minus parentheses squared plus y minus parentheses squared equals parentheses squared. What is h? -2. What is k? 5. What is the radius? 6. Therefore, simplify. X plus 2 squared plus y minus 5 squared equals 36. Hands, have you got that? Okay. Then we will finish up something with these. Yeah, we got this. Yeah. All right. Let's crank it up 3 notches. Get your graph paper in front of you. Oh yes. Copy this. Example 3 mega Q. Copy the instructions. It reads, write the equation of the circle, then graph, given 3x squared plus 3y squared plus 6x plus 12y plus 3 equals 0. Copy that, and then I'll go over it. Go. All right, here we go. Before I begin, though, in blue, right above the equation, I want you to make a note, asterisk, heart, aww, and you're going to write complete, be nice, the square. Okay? Very simple, but you'll see how it goes. And me, I'm going to need some extra room here, so let me make some room right there. All right. Okay, writing utensils down. Please stay focused with this one. This one has some work to do. Okay, here we go. And wait till the end, because if you're worried about taking notes, you're going to miss a step. Okay, this one has a lengthy process. Here it goes. Writing utensils down, look up to the screen. So, this right now looks a little bit overwhelming because it's got two different variables. It's got two different variables with exponents of 2 and so on and so forth. And everything's on one side. However, I'm going to ask you to trust the process that I have you practicing your noodle already. You have it down. Okay, here it goes. To complete the square, the very first step is, here it goes again. The very first step in completing the square is standard form. Let's check to see if it's standard form. Is it standard form? Yes. Step 2, divide by the leading coefficient. What's my leading coefficient? 3. So I'm going to divide the whole thing, and you're just paying attention. Just relax. Here goes. We're left with x squared plus y squared plus 2x plus 4y plus 1 equals 0. Step 3, eliminate the constant. What's my constant? 1. That means I subtract 1, subtract 1. Okay, before you write this down, pay attention to this part. You're going to get lost if you're taking notes. At this point, if this was a regular quadratic equation, all right, here we go. If this was a regular quadratic equation, I would just bring down the two terms, leave an empty space, and have a constant on the other side. Is that correct? So I can complete the square. But now, I have two different variables. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to separate the variables with like variables. X squared plus 2x, and leave an empty space to complete the square. Plus y squared plus 4y, and leave an empty space to complete the square, and all that equal to -1. Are we there so far? Step 4, add b over 2 squared. What is b here? 2, so it's 2 over 2 squared. We add that to the other side of the equation also. What is b here? Add 4 over 2 squared. Add 4 over 2 squared. Let me simplify. This becomes x squared plus 2x plus 1 plus y squared plus 4y plus 4 equals -1 plus 1 plus 4. Can I simplify this side a little bit more? Yes. This eliminates. We're left with 4 equals x squared plus 2x plus 1 plus y squared plus 4y plus 4. Hands if you follow up to right there. Okay, hold on. Are we there so far? Okay. Next, I'm going to do the next step. If I only had one of these on one side, so watch. I'm going to factor. What's the simple step to factor this one? Square root of the first, square root of the last, which is 1, plus square root of the first, square root of the last, equal to 4. Copy that, please. Yes, you're going to see the point right now. Copy that, please. Now that we did the work, let me show you the point. See what I did there? Yeah? Yes, because in order for us to graph this circle, we need a point. What is that point called? The center. By looking at this last equation, think about it, don't say it out loud. What is the center of that circle? Tell your neighbor, please.
-1, -2.
Chance in the house. That is correct. -1, -2. That is correct. Let's plot that point. -1, -2. There it is. Next, we need the radius.
4.
Close. 4 is r squared, which is the radius squared. No. I'm saying this is r squared. So what is r?
2.
Josh? Yes, 2. That is correct. So yeah, so basically at the end we need to take this number, take the square root, so our radius is 2. So that means, what does that mean? If, according to the definition, a circle is formed by equidistant points from the center, that means we need points away from the center. How many steps? 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And with those, we can graph our circle. All right, talk it over your neighbor in regards to the last step of graphing before we move on to the next one. Okay, look up. Here we go. Look up, please. Let me clarify some doubts. You guys ready? So, the original form that I gave you was x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. What goes in here? Minus and minus. Is that correct? Are these minuses? No, they're pluses. That means, what number did we substitute in here to make it from a negative to a positive? -1, and in here, -2. That's where we get -1, -2. Did that clarify? Yeah. All right. Let's go to example. That's negative. Example 3. Copy this, please. Example 3Q. No, the other one was negative. Okay, if I call your name, you're saying after school. Focus, my goodness. X squared plus y squared plus 4x plus 6y plus 4 equals 0. Copy that. See if you can do that one by yourself, step by step. I'll give you a head start. Copy and go. All right, let's see. Is it standard form? Yes. Leading coefficient was 1, so you divide by 1, it stays the same. Next step, eliminate the constant. -4 minus 4. Therefore, you write parentheses x squared plus 4x space plus y squared plus 6y space equals -4. Plus 4 over 2 squared plus 4 over 2 squared plus 6 over 2 squared plus 6 over 2 squared. All right? Simplify. x squared plus 4x plus 4 plus y squared plus 6y plus 9 equals negative 4 plus 4 plus 9. Eliminate the fours right here. We end up with 9 x squared plus 4x plus 4 plus y squared plus 6y plus 9. Take the square root of the first of each. That is x plus 2 squared plus square root, y plus 3 squared equals 9. Hands, have you got that? All right. Center. Yeah, don't skip steps because that's all points on the parte that's coming up. Center should be what? Negative 2, negative 3. Negative 2, negative 3. And then R is the square root of 9, which is 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hands, have you got that? All right, show me where the things have to be out with these. Yeah, we got these. Yes, 4, 5. Tutoring today, it's free. Yes. All right. Home play is on page 165. Pages 165 and 166. Have a good one, guys. Enjoy your home play. See you guys. Tamales. Bye. Peace.